But the ground zero of end time prophecy is the Temple Mount.
Yes, it is.
That is the ground zero.
Yes.
That's where it's all coming. That's what, you know what's also, it's like when God brought Israel back, it's like a spotlight that keeps getting more and more focused and tense. You know, first you have the land of Israel, but then on Jerusalem. Then the focus is Jerusalem. Now it's the Temple Mount. And that's where you can expect prophetic things.
Yes.
And so that's where it's going to be. So the battle, that's where they're going to build the temple. That's
And there's
where
a battle there right now.
There is.
If you go to the Temple Mount, there's warfare there. I experienced it.
Yes.
They were up there trying to hold that as their place. You know, the Muslims were there, and they were mad because I was wearing a full-length skirt all the way to the ground. And I had a long-sleeved shirt, but they insisted, because when I walked, I had a small kick pleat, that you could see my ankles. So they made me take off my jacket, tie it around my knees, which is very hard to walk.
Very hard to walk.
With your knees bound.
Yes.
And so
the enemy wants you bound.
Yes, he does. He wants our voice. He wants our action. And so this is supposed to be a holy place, right? The King of Kings is, we're setting up the New Jerusalem, right? So when he comes, I was like shocked at how that was. So I tied it around me. Then I put another jacket on to cover my arms completely, because the top I had on underneath the jacket was short to here. So I had to put another jacket on to cover up to my
your wrist.
So now I have my ankles covered. I'm walking with it. And then they went around the Temple Mount shouting at me and saying things. And I just smiled because I didn't understand what they were saying.
Which is good.
And the tour guide said, his name was Aviat, he said, Drenda, don't worry. They always do that to prophetic people. So I just prayed in the Spirit under my breath, just pray in the Spirit on the Temple Mount. So it is a holy place.
And it's an intense place. And
yes,
it just tells you the enemy wants to bind Drenda up. He wants to bind
and you
up.
too,
yeah.
But we won't shut up, will we?
No,
we won't be silent.
I once got kicked off. We had a lot of people up there, and our whole thing got kicked off the mount. It went on YouTube, went also.
Wow.
We got kicked out. But
what was their reason for kicking you off?
I think they heard the word Trump. they heard the word Israel. They heard something, and they said they kicked us out. You know, and there was somebody Israel. And the thing is that, but see, when I go up, I won't say exactly what I do, but I always say a blessing.